What's going down, Vault Hunters? And today we're going to be looking at a few different things. As I log into my PlayStation, we should hopefully be greeted with a brand new patch that's going to be coming in. Should hopefully be coming directly through us for the Borderlands network any second now. Sometimes it won't work and you'll just have to go to your update history check on over that title and you should be able to do it. So we're looking at 1.14, the brand new DLC instruction. I have the patch notes pulled up. We got some cool looking some keys in the future for all. But what's going down, everyone? My name is Mac here at the MacGyver7 channel, and we are going to be doing some Borderlands news today. So get excited, because I am. First look at what's going down as we get it installed right there. We can see that it's roughly about 2 gigabytes. Not too bad. Something that they're probably going to be fixing some stuff through hot patches throughout the next week. So if you're new to the channel, totally subscribe. It's free, and I do a lot of updates for what's going down inside of the near future. So let's go ahead and take a jump at a little bit of the patch notes that's going down. One of the things that I do definitely enjoy being able to follow directly is that Randy definitely posts everything that's going on in that, and it's really cool to see the evolution of what they've been able to do. So let's go ahead and dive in. As Claptrap jumps onto screen, let's get a better look at what's going down. As we can see that the new content for as far as the bounty and blood, the increasing level cap by 3 to 60. Now we're allowed to go to level 60 and rank up with a new Guardian rank skills for as far as the increasement. Fun things to point out with the groundbreaking melee slams in the aftershock, dealing a 25% of non-melee damage for as far as the dealt in the last 5 seconds. Dead man walking while not moving in flight, your life and meters will drain 50% more slowly. Leading and the lead of alive. Or is it alive? Don't know. You have to start to survive. As we look inside the situation of where it ends up being inside of the life of your guns are automatically reloaded, which is pretty cool. Stability fixes that address a lot of concerns that are across there from sometimes during the missions in the Family Jewels and the Floodmore Basin, on top of the concerns that were becoming a unreplicable point of the Alt tab on PC. The also situation occurs when the host backed out into the main menu, which would cause an error. Now we're going to Mayhem. And personally myself, I'm really excited that they actually got to this, because quite frankly, it was something that was really needed, because Mayhem was kind of broken as they were kind of leading up to this. So it adds a level of damage scaling for as far as the increasements, the skill and the damage scaling, the pet damage scaling, the level of the vehicle damage scaling. Everything's scaling now. It's pretty cool. On top of the skills and the properly respect on the Mayhem level inside of the damages. So according to their accounts, this is what they've been looking at for as far as what the communities have been able to address. So definitely always put in their input, because they definitely listen, and add skills inside of the rollable stats inside of the classic mods. One quick fact is when you are pairing the base Mayhem level skilling into the anticipated build in the center on the skills to become more vital inside of the late Mayhem. Looking at situations on top of the level when the grenade modes, now the drop modes inside of the Mayhem with additional damage, where you can see the Mayhem level is increasing in and enabling all sorts of loot spawns for as far as the Mayhem gear. This is going to be something that's going to be very well sought after for as far as the change damage and the resources and the remnants and the short fuse, on top of a whole bunch of other lists as we scroll down to see that we're addressing a lot of double dips on top of what the scaling are for the higher Mayhem levels. So they're definitely trying to take this in, but there will probably be more adjustments as it comes down to. Vehicle scaling came into a big play as they basically came into more vehicles that were introduced inside of the situation. So the scaled uniformity inside of the non-vehicles, inside of the situations of 2.0 modifiers. We're looking on top of the drones in the range that they can position themselves smoothly through the client beam. On top of the boundaries and issues in the Mayhem modifiers, which sometimes persist after the enemies would end up dying. Looking at the Mayhem vehicles and sometimes in the Scarlet portions of the gun seaters, it also addressed the situations of the laser portions, and we dive past the Digi-Clone and the Iron Bear support damage scaling and go to the general fixes that are down below. With moving down to the general fixes, it concerns the issues for as far as the vehicle's health that would sometimes be cut off, the narrative hotfixes that were applied, the hotfixes that were applied inside of the menu, which is signing in, will be applied just like normal, where they have a nice little new layout as far as the environment when you load inside of there. So give it a second to load in, you should be totally fine. Now looking at past what goes down inside of the general portions and the melee and the action inside of the increasements, we're looking at weapon adjustments. So basically what they're saying is they made a lot of adjustments. All the pistols are slightly increased, with the Jacob pistols receiving some slight bumps, the Malawan pistols receiving a largest, inside as the enemies and the pools and the increasement for as far as the size become more popular, and the decreased and increased damages as far as the situations what we'll probably be seeing, because I feel like they say increase, but we might see some decreasements because there's going to be some nerfs. Let's be real here. The company's probably going to end up doing that somewhere, but we'll find out because we're a community of gamers and we love to comment. That's what's up. And you guys and gals are awesome for spending some time here. You should totally drop a comment down below what weapons you're rocking towards or what you're excited to get towards once this is installed. You can see at this point in time that they have a few situations for as far as what they increase in the SMGs on top of the portions of the Jacobs and the assault rifles, and the increasements for as far as the multiple shotguns. But let's look at the finite details a little bit closer. You can see that they bring it home with the increased pistol damage across all manufacturers, the increased damage inside the SMG, the Cove, the Dow, the Jacobs assault rifle, the Hyperion, the Mal, and the Jacobs shotgun. On top of the hotfixes that was inside of the bounty of the blood hotfixes, they removed 2 of the stragglers and the town folks which were clapping their hands at the wrong time. I guess their applause was not needed in a standing ovation. Looking at the potential process and the progression blockers where Flock, the Beastmaster, would sometimes be unable to grab important ledges, and I've had that happen since that is my character. On top of the Stop Juno, where sometimes we get stuck inside of what ends up happening inside of the walkway, we can see that this comes down to the last situation of the instance in the cast registers would sometimes float like they were possessed. But, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to one of the more funner portions of what ends up happening here. Some golden keys. For y'all that end up going to the community, I want to make sure that you're having fun out there, staying safe, and if I get these down the pipeline, I'm totally going to spread these forward, because it just happens to be in my feed, so why not alert some people? So if you are new to the network, you can always like, share, and subscribe for today's awesome patch. I'm very excited to hear what the community has to say. So thank you very much for spending some time here. I look forward to seeing all you in the future. Stay safe, and if you subscribe today, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, they'll continue to make DLCs and I'll cover it. You'll just have to find out. But I'll see y'all there in the future.